Next, come to the microphone. Please welcome Micah Walsh.
It's not just you. I have that handshake interaction with every black man. I'm like, are we doing the handshake? Are we doing the pound? I'm so embarrassed of my skin. How you guys doing? I almost put the thing back in. That's how. That could have been sexual. Anyway, I wish I had prepared for this moment. How are you guys doing? How about some jokes? Yeah, you go for Leonard, he's killing it. Great show. I'm having a weird week, man. The other day I thought I shit my pants. Luckily it turns out they weren't my pants. So it wasn't even that big a deal, you know? I just took them off, got out of the hot tub, and ran into the woods. You know? I thought you needed an image. I was right. I used to live in New York City until March of 2020 when the pandemic happened. Jury's still out on that, that's a joke. But I moved away from New York immediately. I basically like Irish goodbye'd my landlord. You know what Irish goodbye is, right? That's what I did. I just stopped paying rent and I stopped answering his calls, and then I blew up his car because he's Protestant. And the old Irish goodbye. I call it the Shamrock send-off, you know? I like to joke about the Irish, but I'm allowed to because I actually am an alcoholic, so a little bit of diplomatic immunity. They're like, you're too much like us. I am Irish too, but that's not part of the joke. Who cares, man? Yeah, how's everybody holding up on those New Year's resolutions, huh? You thought I forgot? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we just held on to those. You guys gave up a while ago. I'm trying to better myself every day still, you know, like I'm down to half a pack a day, but pretty soon I'm gonna quit giving children cigarettes altogether. But they think I'm so fucking cool, you know? And I don't get that in every part of my life, so sometimes you gotta find respect from the youth. Dating's the topic of this next joke. I didn't need to say that. What am I doing? I think I turned the commentary on too early on this DVD box set. Dating. Oh, yeah. You know how, like, dudes nowadays will try to use feminism to get laid? I don't know if you know this. They're like, hey, I'm one of the good ones. Touch my dick. Right. Hey, sometimes it works. That used to be me. I thought that was a new technique, right? And then I come to find out that my grandpa fought in a literal war for some group called, get this, the Allies. If you have to call yourself the Allies, are you really allies? Are you just trying to get your dick wet, Grandpa? He was like, I watched my friends die. I was like, I've heard of toxic masculinity. He's talking about Omaha Beach. There's no beaches in Nebraska. Come on. Well, not all of you came along for the whole ride on that one. It's okay. Yeah, too soon, I get it. Fuck. Anyway, does anybody else remember the rest of my jokes? It's time to get political, you guys. You guys remember George W. Bush? This is an old joke. Yeah, you remember. Yeah, that's what we used to, remember that's how we used to think about him? He used to be like a war criminal that we hated, and now he's just like a guy who paints terribly. I call that the reverse Hitler, okay? Thank you, some students of history here. Don't worry, I'm not the big city liberal that only shits on the right. I can bash the left too, I'm fucking flexible. Do you guys remember Hunter Biden? Do you think Joe does? He has dementia. But in all seriousness, doesn't Hunter Biden kind of imply the existence of Gatherer Biden? Okay, thank you. I broke my wrist writing that joke, so good to know it was worth it. It's actually not true. I broke my wrist like 6 weeks ago on the set of a TV show that I legally don't even think I'm supposed to talk about publicly. So let's just say it stars Mark Wahlberg's brother. Because it does. And you guys can figure it out from there. Yeah, great show. I never even heard of it. Anyway, so it turns out when you break your wrist on the set of a TV show, when the ambulance comes, the EMTs are more starstruck than they are like committed to their job of making me feel better. For real, they were like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how is the pain? And is that Donnie Wahlberg? So is he the older or the younger brother? I was like, could you take my vitals, please? They're like, what episode are you guys filming? I was like, it's the one where I broke my wrist and then we have to go to the hospital. It's kind of a recent script change. I know it was bad though, because the EMT looked at my wrist and he literally said, and I quote, bruh. And I was like, I know, right? That's correct. You have so much more medical knowledge than me, and we came to the same diagnosis. I was like, this is like a super bruh moment. I don't know, I guess pulled back on that one. But yeah, it's fucking broken, man. It's bad. I was feeling pretty down in the dumps, complaining to my friend. He was like, find a silver lining, man. There's got to be a positive side. I was like, well, on the plus side, I can't tie a noose with only one hand. That's a joke, okay? I'm sure I could tie a noose with one hand. Where there's a will, I should write one, okay? But I think I don't know, it's better now, I suppose. I've been doing these jokes for a little while. Last week, this guy's like, yeah, it's too bad those jokes, you can't do them when you're healed. I'm like, you're right, I wish this was a more permanent injury. Surely these 3 minutes of jokes are gonna be worth wiping my ass with my non-dominant hand for the rest of my life, okay? Yes, I do need help with that pickle jar, okay? It's part of my fucking personality now. It's bad, But I was on a TV set, and I don't have insurance, so they're paying for it, which is like, yo, fucking having someone else pay for your broken arm, it's like hitting the lottery when you're like millions of dollars in debt. You're like, oh, I played this right, I might break even. Who cares about opening pickle jars? I don't have to file for bankruptcy tomorrow? Fucking Donnie Wahlberg. All right, I gotta move on from that stuff though. I live in Brooklyn now. I moved back there, and it's fucking hip. It's like Portland with black people. Okay, super hip. And where I live, I went into a coffee shop. This was super hip. They had a sign on the wall that says, "We don't have Wi-Fi. Talk to each other like it's 1995." I was like, that's so cool. I went up to a table of people. I was like, can you believe they killed Selena? Would anyone like to play some Pogs? What's an email? They were like, sir, can you stop bothering our customers? And I was like, talk to the hand, because I own your man. Just a thing people said when I was a kid. I don't know why. We called sandals thongs. It was a weird time. Let me see. What if I'm pretending to check my wristwatch and I don't even have a watch on? I wrote some notes on my hand. Sorry to spoil the illusion. Why did I do that? I was doing so well. No, I'm kidding. That'd be cool if your life could spiral into control. Wouldn't that be a nice directional change? Like, well, I was huffing paint in the employee break room, per usual. Now I run the company? What? I didn't see that coming, did you? I really hit top floor. It's like the opposite of rock bottom. All my jokes have attachments, like little explanations at the end. Do you guys stop writing at the punchline? I just keep. And I don't think I'm gonna hit any fucking top floors anytime soon. I actually hit a new low for me personally recently. A new low, I jerked off 3 times in one day. That's the lowest number of times I've ever done in a day. So it's actually kind of a high for me, Not to toot my own horn. That's what I call jerking off. Right what you know, they say. All right, I gotta leave you guys here, but Here's my last one, all right? Or maybe my second to last. Who knows? It depends on if you like it, right? So I got this fucking girlfriend now. I don't know why I said fucking. I just swear a lot. It's sort of my personality. I'm pretty cool. But yeah, I have this girl. I love her, man. She's beautiful, smart. She's Italian. And I mean, she's actually Italian. Not like from New Jersey and says the N-word. Italian. We know the type. No, she's from Milan and says the N-word. It's really weird. But I learned to look past it. But I love her to death, man. I call her the old meatball and change. She gets that, but she's not here. I went to Italy. They're like not woke over there at all. They're like, we have 400 pastas and 2 genders. I was like, what? I literally just got off the plane. Anyway, this is my big dismount. This one right here. You ready for it? Did you guys know that Robert F. Kennedy Jr.? Nobody thought that I was going to start a sentence like that. Did you know that Robert F. Kennedy Jr., he's still alive. He's also like a super vocal anti-vaxxer. Did you know that? It kind of makes sense though, right? Because his dad and his uncle both died from shots. You know what I mean? So can you blame them? I know, too soon, again, right? Hey, my name's Micah Walsh. I'm done. Goodbye, thank you.
Micah Walsh.